How's it going, guys? Well, it's the end of ice fishing season. For me anyways. There's still some ice out on the lake, which is great. But I put away all my gear and I'm getting ready for open water. So I figured I would do a video on how to smoke whitefish. I just took out my last 2 bags of whitefish from the freezer, and I made a batch last week that was a huge hit, and everybody loved it, so they keep asking me for some more. So I figured I'd do a video of how to do it and share with you guys. So this recipe I got from James Meagher, who makes the Meags lures, as you know. The guy is a genius when it comes to not only lures but smoking fish, and he shared this recipe with me. I asked him permission first if I can share this recipe with you guys, and he said no problem. It's a simple recipe. Basically two ingredients, or 3 if you want to add the fish in, and that's it. And you got a smoker, you're good to go. So I'm going to take you step by step how to smoke the whitefish, how to brine it and get it all ready. And my good buddy Jason offered his smoker to me because mine's not the best, and he's got a better one. So, and he's got his day off tomorrow, and he figured he'd watch the whitefish for me while it's smoked. So let's do this. I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Alright, ingredients guys, very simple. Brown sugar, and you guessed it, salt. That's it. But what makes this interesting is how you put it together. So I was always in the belief that you gotta have a wet brine, all that stuff. Not the case, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we do it. And also you got your fish. So that's the most important part. Without that, you cannot have smoked whitefish. So let's get started. All right. So you're not gonna see my face during all this, just so you know. So very simple, 4-to-1 mixture of brown sugar and salt. So I got my brown sugar here, as you can see. You don't have to be accurate in measurements. Again, it's 4-to-1. You want more, basically, sugar than salt. So I'm just gonna pour. I probably have about 5 cups of brown sugar in here, and this is about a cup and a bit of salt. I'll just start with that and see how it looks. So get that all in there, get your hands in there, mix it all up. There you go, just like that. Looking pretty good here. So as you can see here, there's my mixture, salt, brown sugar, and this is your brine, guys. This is what you're gonna be using. Next step, let's cut some fish up. So I like to cut them up in little, basically chicken finger size chunks. I find it's better for smoking. Little pieces are more manageable, and you'll see once we get to the smoker part of it why we like the small pieces. So let me get started on this. I'm gonna cut up some fish. One thing I like to let you guys know, so if you take one of these fillets here, right down here guys, that brown, off the skin stuff, I trim all that up, trim all the fat up. Just clean up that fish really good so it's just pure white meat. So that's what I'll be doing right now. I'm gonna do a little time lapse on me cutting this fish, and then we'll get back to how to brine this fish. So let's go. Well, I got all my fillets cut. This is all kind of the garbage stuff. You don't want that on your fish. Basically all the brown stuff off the skin, the fat. Unfortunately on Simcoe, because these whitefish are eating so many gobies, you get kind of that thick layer of brown when you take the skin off. I just like cutting that out. That's kind of your fishy taste. So if you got somebody who doesn't like that fishy taste, take that out, and it'll be great. So what I've done is just, as you can see, here's some little chunks that I'm doing. Is these basically like chicken finger size if you wanted to. If you have a thick fillet, you'll just slice in between it, kind of double fillet the piece of meat. All right, now that I got my fish, I'm just gonna dry it up. You want to get it as dry as you can before you put the brine in. Less moisture in it, the better. So I'm just gonna lay it down on a paper towel here. Just like that. Grab some more paper towel. We'll just do this. We'll have to do some dishes after. That's not the fun part. Perfect. So while this is drying, I'll show you guys, here's a big trick. This is what's key and what I think a lot of people forget. So we got our mixture here, brown sugar. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna layer it down in this dish, almost like a lasagna. So let's start putting some of this in. So we'll put our base layer of brown sugar and salt mixture. So again, it's 4 to 1, brown sugar and salt. So just lay it in the bottom of the dish like this, just like that. There's your base layer there. So let's get our fish in here, pat it dry. And what you're doing is you're gonna lay it in there, just like a lasagna. So lay your fish in there. Space them out a little bit if you can. Doesn't matter, you can be close together. I might need 2 dishes here just because I got quite a bit of fish that I'm doing. But I bought lots of brown sugar, so no problem there. So just like that, just fill in that bottom here with your fish. As you can see, just little small chunks of fish I'm doing. Just like that, very small. You can, like I said, you can do a big chunk if you wanted to, but I find this is better. It's like little bite size, good for your buddies when you're just out on the water and want a little snack. You guys can share it together. So there, we got our first layer of fish on here. So all you're doing is you're gonna layer it down. So let me grab a spoon here, make it much easier for me. And that's all you're doing, guys. You're gonna be layering it down. Making a fish lasagna, if you want to call that. So you want to cover your fillets, just like that. Perfect. Now we got our first layer done. You'll just keep going, guys, layer by layer by layer, until you're all done. So let's do a quick time lapse here. So once you're all done, you're gonna get a little fish lasagna like that. So it's just layered fish, brown sugar mixture, just like that. You're gonna put some saran wrap on it. You're gonna put it in the fridge. I have a cold cellar, so I'm gonna put it in my cold cellar, and you're gonna wait 12 to 24 hours. The last one I did is 24 hours, and it was perfect. So what I'll do is I'll take it out in the morning, and I'll show you guys what to do. So lucky for you, you don't have to wait 24 hours. So all I gotta do is this. And I'm back. All right, so we're all done with our brine. Let me show you what it looks like. There you go. So this is what you get. All the brown sugar and salt. It's gonna liquefy and turn into what you see now. So next step is to rinse all this off, dry it, and then slap it in the smoker. So let's go. This is what you get. Nice pieces like that. You want to rinse it off. Well, rinse it off pretty good. Just get that brine a little bit off, but it's all soaked into that meat. So that's all I need to do. So we'll rinse all this off, and then As you can see, I'm dressed for work. I'm gonna head to my buddy's house, slap this in the smoker, go to work, come back, pick it up, and we can enjoy this beautiful smoked whitefish. All right, so we're all dry here. What we're gonna let this kind of dry up by itself, paper towel, for about an hour or two, and then we'll be ready for the smoker. So I'm gonna slap this together, head to my buddy's house and get the smoker ready, and then I'm gonna head off to work. So that's it, guys. So just rinse it off, let it dry, and then I'll show you the next step. Alright, so what we did here is hang the fish up in toothpicks. So that's the trick. Hang them up, don't lay them down. That allows the smoke to go through it and the moisture to kind of get out of it. So we're going to put that at 170 for about 3 hours and 3-4 hours and she'll be good to go. With some alder wood smoke. So let's close her up and then when I come back she'll be done. Alright, well, I did something really stupid. So I got no video of the finished product. So what happened is I picked up the fish from my buddy's house after he smoked it for me all day. I then gave him some, and then I was driving home. My buddy called, so I dropped some off for him. Got home, other buddy wanted some, so I gave him some. I ate some, and all of a sudden my bag's empty, and I got no video footage of the final product. But I do have a picture, so here's what the final product looks like once it comes out of the smoker. Just take toothpicks out and enjoy, guys. And as you can tell by my empty bag, it's really good. So hopefully this recipe helps you guys out to smoke some fish. If you have other recipes you want to share, please comment below. I'm always open to new recipes, man. Also too, this will work for like salmon or trout, whatever. It's just a great recipe all around, super easy to do, and very, very tasty, as you can tell by my lack of footage of finished product. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys. Hopefully next video will be on the open water.